Welcome back to Autocar Review, where we break down the past, present, and future of the world's most iconic automobiles. And today, we're diving into something truly special. Something that's got muscle car fans buzzing, gearheads excited, and the streets waiting in anticipation. Yes, it's real. The 2026 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am is here, and it's nothing short of an American resurrection. For decades, the Firebird Trans Am has symbolized raw power, rebellious design, and unfiltered performance. From the iconic black and gold banded edition of the late 70s to the street-pounding LS-powered beasts of the early 2000s, the Trans Am wasn't just a car, it was a culture, a statement, a piece of pure Americana. And now, in 2026, it's back and built for a new generation of muscle car fanatics. So let's talk about what makes this rebirth so thrilling. First off, let's address the elephant in the room. Pontiac, as a brand, was discontinued by GM back in 2010. But that didn't stop Trans Am Worldwide, the independent company that's been building modern interpretations of this classic icon for over a decade now, from pushing the limits once again. With full support from key suppliers and advanced GM platforms, the 2026 Firebird Trans Am is not just a tribute, it's a complete reinvention. Underneath the hood of the 2026 Firebird Trans Am sits a monster. Buyers can choose from several engine configurations, but the one grabbing all the headlines is the Super Duty 455X. Now, it's not the same engine from the 1970s, but it's been reborn in spirit, and then some. This new V8 powerhouse cranks out a jaw-dropping 1,000 horsepower. That's right, 1,000 horses sent straight to the rear wheels through either a 6-speed manual transmission or an 8-speed automatic. Whether you're lighting up the drag strip or cruising down Route 66, the 2026 Trans Am delivers brutal acceleration with an old-school attitude. And it's not just about speed. The chassis is based on the Alpha platform from GM, the same one used for the 6th-gen Camaro, but with extensive re-engineering to give the Firebird its own unique identity. The ride is firm but responsive, with magnetic ride control, performance-tuned suspension, and upgraded Brembo brakes that bring this beast to a stop with authority. Whether you're cornering at speed or blasting off from the line, the car stays composed and confident. Now let's talk design, because this car doesn't just perform like a Trans Am, it looks like one too. The 2026 model takes styling cues from multiple generations of Firebirds, blending them into a modern muscle car masterpiece. The split front grille, the aggressive hood scoops, the wide rear haunches, and yes, the screaming chicken decal. On the hood, it's all here. Reborn with modern materials and aerodynamic enhancements. LED headlights cut through the night like eagle eyes, and the bodywork is sculpted for both style and downforce. This is not retro for the sake of nostalgia. This is evolution with soul. You can get the 2026 Firebird Trans Am in several trims, from the base 6.2-liter LT1 powered model all the way to the 1,000 horsepower 455X. There's also a limited bandit edition, paying direct homage to the iconic car from Smokey and the Bandit, complete with black and gold trim, T-tops, and a plaque, signed by Burt Reynolds' estate. For collectors and die-hard fans, this version is already turning into a modern classic. Inside the cabin, the 2026 Firebird Trans Am mixes vintage flair with modern technology. You've got retro-inspired dials and badging, but also a fully digital instrument cluster, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a premium 12-speaker sound system, and customizable ambient lighting. The seats are heavily bolstered and wrapped in leather and Alcantara, offering a cockpit feel that encourages spirited driving. T-tops are available too, and yes, you can remove them and store them in the trunk, just like in the good old days. But this car isn't just about performance or looks, it's about emotion. Driving the new Trans Am feels like stepping into a time machine that's been updated with today's best tech and engineering. The engine roars with a deep, thunderous growl. The steering is precise and communicative. The acceleration pins you back in your seat, and the road presence is undeniable. Wherever you go, heads turn, people smile, phones come out. You're not just driving a car, you're reviving a legend. Trans Am Worldwide has also made it easier for customers to customize their cars than ever before. You can select from over 20 color options, wheel choices ranging from 19 to 21 inches, and optional packages like a carbon fiber exterior kit, performance exhaust systems, upgraded aero components, and custom badging. You can even spec your interior, with bespoke stitching and vintage Trans Am logos stitched into the seats. In terms of pricing, the 2026 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am is not cheap, but it's priced to reflect its limited run exclusivity and the amount of custom engineering behind each build. The base models start around $125,000, and the fully loaded 455X Super Duty models push well past $200,000. But for enthusiasts who want something truly unique, something that no other modern muscle car can offer, the price feels justified. After all, this isn't mass production. This is handcrafted performance. Fuel economy not exactly its selling point. you're looking at low teens in city driving and maybe high teens on the highway, depending on your powertrain choice. But if you're buying a Trans Am, you're not in it for fuel savings. You're in it for the thrills, the legacy, and the feeling of controlling something raw and unapologetic. Now, let's talk about how it stacks up against other modern muscle cars. Compared to the Dodge Challenger SRT Demon 170 or the Ford Mustang Dark Horse, the 2026 Trans Am brings more character and retro appeal, while still keeping up and often beating its competitors in straight-line performance. It might not be as refined around a track as something like a Corvette Z06 or a Porsche 911, but it was never meant to be. This car is all about the road, the raw, and the experience. What's more, owning one of these cars isn't just a flex, it's becoming part of a revival movement. Enthusiasts and collectors are forming local and national Trans Am clubs again, organizing car meets, and celebrating the rebirth of Pontiac's greatest muscle machine. Some are calling it a renaissance of American muscle, driven by passion, not corporate committees. The 2026 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am is more than a car. It's a symbol of defiance in a world moving toward electrification and automation. It stands for analog performance, tire-shredding horsepower, and a design philosophy rooted in attitude. It doesn't care about trends, it cares about thrills. So, would we recommend it? Absolutely, if you're the kind of driver who values emotion over efficiency, soul over software, and heritage over hybridization. This is not a car for the faint-hearted or the eco-conscious. It's for those who dream in V8 rumble, who remember the good old days, and who want to bring a piece of that glory back to life with 21st century engineering under the hood. So, there you have it, the 2026 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am, a modern masterpiece built on vintage muscle legacy. A car that looks mean, sounds angry, and drives like it's out to prove something, because it is. It's here to prove that the spirit of the American muscle car isn't just alive, it's on fire. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe to Autocar Review, and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment of muscle car madness. Let us know in the comments. Would you daily drive the new Trans Am? Which trim would you choose? And most importantly, is this the return of Pontiac we've all been waiting for? Thanks for watching Autocar Review. Until next time, keep your engines revving and your foot on the gas.